Hey guys, this is Chris. My first time doing this. We are in Kanagawa, which is area of Chigasaki, which is the city I live in. This is Chris in Shonan, and this is my first time. Today we're going to take you to a very cool sake brewery that is here in the city of Chigasaki. Okay, so today we're visiting Kumazawa Shuzo. It's one of the only sake breweries remaining in Kanagawa. The history goes all the way back to 1872 with this building. Now, the interesting thing is this is Chigasaki. This is the city where I actually live, but we live on the beach side of the train tracks. This is on the other side, so it's quite a bit different. It feels like it's a whole world away when you're here. It's a little bit more rural on this side of the tracks. Some more factories actually as well. But yeah, it's a really cool place, and we're going to check it out. The building that we're going to go to is the Trattoria, which the building was renovated from the Taisho period when the brewery first was built. So there's a lot of character and atmosphere in this particular building, and especially in this particular area. So one of the aspects that I really enjoy most about this particular sake brewery is that they pay real close attention to local ingredients. They use it in their rice when they brew the sake, and they also use it in a lot of the dishes that they serve. In fact, everything that they serve, food-wise, is all locally sourced, from the fish to the rice to the vegetables. All of that is local to Chigasaki. They also brew a beer, Shonan beer, which is very popular in this particular area of Japan. We live in Shonan. That's the beach area that is just south of Yokohama. So in their beer, they also use a lot of local ingredients, and the limes are something that really particularly stands out. Now we're going to try the Tensei sake, which I've had before, and believe it or not, they actually used to sell at Costco in the United States. I was in Costco one day in Las Vegas, and they were doing samples of sake, and I spoke to the guy a little bit, and he told me that this was where their sake came from, here in Chigasaki, and he had come over here and he had done a tour of the brewery. Now, I don't know if they still sell that sake at Costco, especially in Las Vegas, but I'm sure there are areas in Las Vegas where I moved from before I came to Japan where you can actually find this sake. Now, I'm actually going to pick up a couple bottles for some friends and family, so if you get one of those for Christmas from me, you know that I bought it today at the particular brewery that I'm at here in Chigasaki. So this is Kappa. Kappa is a mythical Japanese creature that lives in rice fields, and it's kind of like a turtle-looking creature. He has a shell, but because Kagawa was well known for being a good resource for rice growing because of the plentiful supply of water, there were plenty of rice fields in this particular area, and on the 140th anniversary of Kumazawa Shuzo, they started brewing a particular sake that was an ode to the Kappa, and they do a really good job of trying to preserve this area for the rice fields for future generations, because the people who run this brewery find it to be a very beautiful and very scenic thing for the future generations to want to see. Okay, so this is really cool. They have this like sake sample machine, and for 300 yen you get 2 samples. Now the one I have is unbelievably fresh sake. They consider it to be raw, so it's only good for about 2 weeks. So I'm going to try it, and I like sake, so I think I'm really going to enjoy it. It's very different. It's very refreshing. It's really good. I think I'm going to use my second sample on that as well. So they have a couple of, well, this is the local beers that they have here. A lot of them are very unique to the area. There's a yuzu ale down there. There's a lemon ale. Believe it or not, there is a difference. They have some ginger beer, bison. But this one really caught my eye. I don't know if you could see it. It's a collaboration between Yokohama beer and Shonan beer, and it's a Mexican style ale. So believe it or not, Mexican beer quite popular here in Japan. Corona is everywhere. So they use local limes from Odawara, which is about 25-30 minutes south of here. So I'm going to give this a shot because I'm a big fan of Mexican beer. I wish I could get some really good tacos here to drink it with, but definitely something I think I'm going to check out. So I ordered the doburoku, which is an ancient cloudy sake. It's 100% unfiltered, and it retains a lot of the chunkiness of the fermented rice. Now, it's illegal to brew this in your home in Japan, and only a few amount of breweries throughout the entire country are allowed to actually make this style of sake. The one here in Chigasaki, they do it here, and I'm really anxious to try it because it's something that's very unique and very rare. And I don't think it's anything you can find in the States. So if you're a big fan of sake, you're going to have to come to Japan to give this a shot. Okay, so we are all set to try this doburoku. I'm really anxious to try it. I am excited, but I'm also a little nervous because it's a very different style of sake because of the potential chunks of rice that might still be in here. So let's give it a shot. Holy shit. It's like nothing I've ever had. First sip, I already taste the chunks of rice in it. I can taste the alcohol. I can't even describe the flavor, but it's almost like a milky kind of texture when you take that sip. It's really, really good. I'm gonna have this. I am hooked on this stuff now. I may have to buy a bottle of this and bring it home just to, well, not home to the States. Home to my home in Chigasaki and put it in the fridge for when I get back from the States in a couple of weeks. So these are some of the old buildings here at the Kumazawa Shuzo Sake Brewery in Chigasaki. Again, if you're going to come here, the station you want to do is you got to get on the Sagami line at Chigasaki Station and then get off 2 stations from Chigasaki at Kanagawa. But a lot of these buildings are quite old. As I said at the beginning of the video, the brewery dates back, or the buildings date back to 1872. So we're talking over 150 years that some of these buildings have been here. This is an old converted storage warehouse that is now, well, in the basement they have a gift shop with the sake, and then on the first floor is a little bakery, and then in between there's a little cafe that you can get like BLT and soup and stuff like that. But definitely worth a visit out here if you're in the area. This is one of the really cool aspects of Shonan. It's an old sake brewery. They have some really unique things here, and definitely worth checking out. It's the second time I've actually been here. I came here with my in-laws once for dinner one night, and it's how I knew it was here. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out if you're in the Chigasaki area, or even if you're just day tripping from Tokyo. It doesn't take that long to get here, maybe an hour or so by train, but definitely well worth a stop, and I would highly recommend checking it out when you're down here.